just now, the WNBA legend Sue Bird has seemingly snubbed Caitlin Clark, and it's sending shockwaves through the basketball world. After Clark's injury sidelined her and fans started demanding refunds, Sue Bird dropped a brutal reality check. And then what I started to realize was, when I can help my teammates be their best selves, that only makes me be able to be my best self, not the other way around. That just never worked for me as a basketball player. I was never going to go out there and try to get mine. The WNBA doesn't revolve around Caitlin Clark, and it doesn't need her to survive. Fans are furious, debates are raging, and a bigger question looms. Is the WNBA bigger than Clark? Should the league even cater to the superstar culture? Today we're breaking down 5 reasons why Sue Bird's no-nonsense stance is flipping the Caitlin Clark conversation on its head, and why the WNBA might just agree with her. Sue Bird didn't sugarcoat it. While discussing the Clark situation on her podcast, A Touch More, she made it crystal clear. We got the ratings for a Caitlin Clark-less fever game against the Sun, the game that they lost on Ion Network. Against the Sun, again, I've seen people say, I don't know how to find Ion. The WNBA isn't going to, and shouldn't, change its rules or refund tickets just because one player, even one as huge as Caitlin Clark, is injured. Bird drew comparisons to the NBA. If LeBron James or Steph Curry misses games, the NBA doesn't issue refunds or change schedules. Fans accept it because that's how sports work. They're unpredictable. Bird's point, the WNBA should be treated no differently. No player, not Clark, not anyone, is bigger than the league. It's a powerful stance, especially coming from a 4-time champion and one of the league's most respected veterans. Bird's refusal to buy into the superstar exception highlights an important standard. Players are part of a greater ecosystem. Injuries are unfortunate, but they don't rewrite the rules of professional sports. Bird's message is firm. The league has to be bigger than any single name to ensure its long-term survival. There's no denying that Caitlin Clark is a generational talent and the biggest draw in the WNBA today. She's moving merchandise, selling out arenas, and pulling TV ratings the league has never seen. But with her meteoric rise comes an uncomfortable reality. The league risks becoming too dependent on one player. Clark's absence has exposed this vulnerability. Fans who bought tickets specifically to see her now feel cheated, and many are demanding refunds. Some are even questioning whether games without Clark are worth attending. This is dangerous territory for the WNBA. No league can afford to tie its entire value to one individual. Sue Bird's stance cuts through this hype. By saying the league must continue on, with or without Clark, she's emphasizing the need for sustainable growth. The WNBA has a deep roster of talent, Brianna Stewart, Aja Wilson, Arike Ogunbowale, and it can't afford for all the attention to be sucked into one gravitational force. Bird's message is clear. Love Clark, appreciate her, but respect the entire league. Otherwise, the WNBA becomes fragile, teetering on the health and performance of one young star. In the age of social media, sports fandom has transformed. It's no longer just about loyalty to a team or respect for the sport. It's become transactional, almost consumerist. Fans today often see themselves less as supporters and more as customers demanding guaranteed satisfaction. And the Caitlin Clark refund controversy has laid that bare. Sue Bird's comments shine a harsh light on this entitlement. Buying a ticket to a game, she reminds us, isn't the same as purchasing a product off a shelf. In sports, you're buying an experience, not a guarantee. Injuries, lineup changes, slumps, they're all part of the drama that makes sports compelling. You might see a buzzer beater, or you might see your favorite player in street clothes. That's the risk and the magic of live competition. But today's fans, fueled by celebrity culture, expect certainty. They believe that spending hundreds or thousands of dollars entitles them to a curated, flawless event starring the player they idolize. Yin and a favor is America's tame. The haters, by the time this season is over, their heads are going to have exploded already. They're going to be so angry by the end of this WNBA season. It's going to be hilarious watching the daily melt. When that player is unavailable, frustration is understandable, but demanding refunds crosses a line. It disrespects not only the other players busting their tails in the court, but the sport itself. Bird's point isn't dismissive when it's a call for perspective. If you only care about the star, not the team or the league, you're not a true fan. Real fandom isn't conditional on one person's presence. It's about embracing the entire journey, the triumphs and the setbacks, the superstars and the unsung heroes. Sports are unpredictable, raw, and imperfect, and that's why they are beautiful. If the WNBA caves to this new entitlement culture, WNBA's attendance had a record-breaking high in 20 years with a total of 2.3 million fans attending games. You know what the increase was from 2024 to 2023 in attendance? 48%. That's massive. That's the Caitlin Clark, a phenomenon, yeah. And if Caitlin Clark gets injured, it's over with, Tom. Every single one of you WNBA players, you better pray that Caitlin Clark doesn't get injured, because she's keeping your league afloat. It risks turning passionate fandom into a hollow, consumer-driven transaction. Bird's warning is simple but urgent. Protect the authenticity of sports before it's lost for good. Caitlin Clark is without question a once-in-a-generation talent. Her arrival in the WNBA has electrified crowds, boosted TV ratings, and injected fresh energy into the league. But if the WNBA ties its fate solely to her stardom, it's building a house of cards. Sue Bird's words are a crucial reminder. A real league isn't built on one name. It's built on a tapestry of players, teams, rivalries, and history. Think about the NBA. Like, while Michael Jordan brought basketball to new heights, the league thrived because it also had Magic, Bird, Barkley, Ewing, and more. When Jordan left, the NBA didn't collapse. It adapted, evolved, and eventually grew bigger than ever. The WNBA must think the same way. Caitlin Clark should be a pillar, not the entire foundation. The league needs to cultivate the stories of players like Aja Wilson, Brianna Stewart, Arike Ogunbowale, and Aliyah Boston. Stars with incredible talent and personalities who can captivate audiences if given the chance. It needs to build team rivalries, create playoff drama, and deepen fan loyalty beyond the face of one individual. This is great news for women's basketball, period. She just brings so much passion to the game, and look at all these people that just want to come and see her. It is no secret that the Indiana Fever are the most popular team in the WNBA. It is good for the entire WNBA. If the league allows Clark to become its sole attraction, it risks becoming brittle. One injury, one slump, one career decision could send the whole structure wobbling. Bird's comments are a call to action. Celebrate Clark, yes, but ensure the spotlight shines across the whole league. Broaden the narrative, expand the investment. Long-term success demands resilience, and resilience comes from depth, not dependence. The WNBA has the talent, it has the momentum, it just needs the vision to ensure it doesn't gamble its future on the stardom of one brilliant but human player. It's tempting to compare Caitlin Clark's WNBA impact to Lionel Messi's arrival in MLS. After all, Messi turned MLS into a global headline, sending ticket prices soaring and selling out stadiums wherever he played. But here's the key difference. The WNBA isn't MLS, and Clark, while transcendent in women's basketball, isn't Messi, not yet. Messi brought with him a 20-year legacy as the greatest player in the world in the most popular sport on the planet. His arrival was a spectacle, a marketing juggernaut, a once-in-a-lifetime event that MLS leveraged to elevate its brand. But even MLS, with all that star power, had to face the reality that building a league around one player is risky. Messi's injuries and absences led to fan frustration, and some clubs tried to issue refunds or statements to control the damage. For the WNBA, copying that playbook would be a colossal mistake. The league is still in a crucial growth phase, working to establish itself in the American sports landscape. It cannot afford to tie its destiny to one player, no matter how many tickets Clark sells. If the WNBA hinges everything on Clark, it risks becoming a novelty rather than a respected league. Sue Bird's comments reflect a deeper understanding of this reality. The WNBA needs its own identity, built not around a single superstar, but around the collective excellence of its athletes, the intensity of its rivalries, and the passion of its fans. Clark is an essential part of that story, but she can't be the whole story. By broadening its focus and marketing its diverse stars and unique narratives, the WNBA can create something lasting and resilient. Something that stands even when Clark misses games, when new stars rise and when the inevitable ups and downs of careers happen. Bird's warning is clear. The WNBA can learn from MLS's messy experiment, but it must forge its own smarter path. One that honors Clark's brilliance but ensures the league's future doesn't rest on any one set of shoulders, no matter how talented. You know, when you're at the Olympics, or I want to get ahead of myself, we do have the World Cup, so when you're at these events, these major events, you can also talk to the coach. You can also be a little bit of a confidant in a way. Sure. And in that way, now I get to bring all my expertise and experience in terms of the basketball part and what I see like on the floor.